You are listening to a pleasure podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.
He probably was like a wet noodle because he was so feeling dehydrated from all the vomiting and shitting that he had done.
This is fucking hilarious. Oh my God. I completely misinterpreted. The whole time I'm thinking, she's telling him he's got to go shower. He's got shit in his ass.
No.
You're saying, come.
Come.
Wait, so why is he telling us about the shit in his ass?
I think he wasn't feeling good when he walked in there to begin with.
You shouldn't get a massage if you're about to shit yourself.
I don't know.
Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the most uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in,
strap on,
and enjoy the ride. We got a doozy for you folks. This week on Sex Talk with my mom, we are talking all about that dirty little thing, happy endings.
This was your idea, Cam. I'm surprised.
Happy endings. It constantly comes up for us. I said, why not dedicate a full episode to
Absolutely.
this? And so, we asked you sneaky freaks, what are your thoughts on happy endings? Have you ever gotten one? And would you get one? And this was your question, would it count as cheating if you did?
Those are some damn good questions.
So why don't you answer first, Mother?
I was going to go with you answer first.
Okay, so I've never gotten one. I think I accidentally ordered one, but I didn't go through with it.
What do you mean? How do you accidentally order it? Is there a menu? What are you talking about?
I told this on the show when I was in Colombia. I had a masseuse come to my house, and she kept talking to me about this facial, and I was like, "What the fuck, facial?"
Facial.
I don't know what was going on, but then she started massaging.
Was she speaking Spanish to you?
Yeah, I think it was in Spanish. Yeah, and she's massaging the inside, right? She's. Remember the whole thing? Remember she didn't want me to use like a towel over me or like a sheet over me, and then I had to request, and she put like a little golf towel over my dick, and then she starts basically moving my cock and golf towel all around, and then she's like really digging in right near my balls, scraping next to them.
But you were getting aroused.
I was of course getting aroused. I'm always getting aroused during these fucking massages.
I know. You remember when you had when a regular massage, it wasn't even a sensual massage.
Yes.
And she shamed you.
Yeah, she said, she said, I think
something about the little guys, the young guys.
Yeah, the younger guys get them. And she said,
you were dying, and you were like, I don't know what to do, so I'm going to ask her some questions in the middle of the massage.
No, it's because I needed to get it off my chest. I needed to find out what was going on. And I actually did the same thing to the girl in Colombia too, where I asked. That time it was in Spanish. I asked, "Is this typical that men get erections when?"
Why do you say men? Why don't women get erections?
Because you can't tell as much if a woman is erect.
Oh,
this is clearly a fucking organ that's fucking extending. It's a very obvious telltale sign.
It's a telltale sign that you should not be embarrassed. It's normal.
Well, don't remember the last time I even got it. I actually think it's gone away as I've aged, to be honest.
Well, that's what that masseuse told you. She said all the young guys get chubbies.
Yeah. I'm no longer a young guy.
I remember this is beyond me, but this actually happened.
So no, I'd never gotten a happy ending massage to completion. I think it was alluded to in Colombia, but I didn't go for it.
Are you sorry about that?
No, I don't think I would get. Maybe I would get one. I don't think so, though. I think I feel too weird about the ethics around it. Like, I don't really know what is driving the person to do it. I don't think it's usually. Maybe it is, but usually it's not. Oh, I really love giving happy endings. It's probably just a way to make money. And
what about if you're getting a massage and you just jizz all over the place?
That would be a weird accident, and that'd be even worse. It'd be very bizarre. I'm not gonna just jizz all over the place accidentally. No, that's not happening. No, but I'm not against it. If people want to do it, I'm fully on board. I think it should be legalized. Why does
it make a difference?
And if it were legalized, I think I would feel better.
Right. Would you go to a place if it was legal?
Yeah, if I knew, I'd have to get. I don't like hooking up with people without money. Like without extensive conversation.
So transactional
hookups not as fun.
What about a massage? Do you feel
that's fine?
Why is that different?
I don't know, Mother. but it is.
I mean, what's the difference between getting a massage and getting a massage
Because
that incorporates massaging your balls?
having it have a sexual component is usually a very connecting activity for people, spiritually connecting.
What are you talking
Here
about?
we go
Spiritual
again.
connection?
Jesus Christ.
How is there spiritual connection between you and a
it is
masseuse?
a way to connect with someone, you know?
Okay.
Sexual encounters, sexual interactions, that's a more spiritual thing than just shaking someone's hand. Even shaking someone's hand is a low-grade spiritual connection, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand where you're going with this.
What I'm trying to say is that it is a binding thing, and you're not
Holding
really
someone's hand
when
for
you're-
a second?
And when you're just paying them for the service, I don't think you're really caring so much about them in that process.
Are you more concerned with the ethics of it
Yes.
than you are concerned with the actual?
Yes, you don't
So
know
what-
the needs of the person. So
But-
I don't know.
What I'm saying is that you can accidentally, come, right? Even if you're not trying to, because this happened to me.
Well, you're just kind of making this loaded question because you have a fucking story to tell right now. That's exactly what's happening right now. What did you say? I have some
happens to
feelings.
people. I think it happens unbeknownst to. I think it happens more than you would know.
Did I just jizz? No, it doesn't just happen. Is more than it. Maybe. Okay, so tell the fucking story you clearly want to tell that you've already told on the show.
Oh, I did.
Yes,
Was it when I?
but tell it again. Tell it again.
No, it was just basically. There was two stories actually.
Okay.
The first story I'm sure I told on the show was my friend had never gotten a massage, and we were up at like a girls' weekend
In Las Vegas.
No, it wasn't. I think it was
Oh.
like somewhere in northern Wisconsin.
Oh, I did. Okay.
And we went away for someone's birthday. It was a bunch of girls, and my friend never had gotten a massage before.
Okay.
And she came out of the massage, and she looked like she was sweating, and her face was flushed. And we're like, "What's going on?" She goes, "I don't know, but does everybody like finish to, completion or I go, what?" She's like, "Did everyone get their boobs massaged?" And we're like, "No." And so the next day we went in to get a manicure, and we asked the manicurist about the masseuse that she had used. And she said, "Oh, Simon, he does all the mountains and the molehills." So is that ethical?
I don't know. Obviously, that didn't sound so consensual. I don't know what the fuck was going on there.
So is it different, you think, with female versus male?
The whole thing is tricky. It's a tricky situation because there's not enough discussion around it.
Right.
It's usually it just happens in the moment. It's like this weird thing that you can't really ask for, but they can kind of offer it. And there's a tip involved. There's many layers to this usually.
What do you mean tip and bow? Oh yeah, play that one.
Hold on, just answer the question, and then we'll get into the sneaky freaks.
Oh, you want to know my?
Yes.
Oh, so the one that happened to me was an accidental orgasm.
You had an accidental orgasm.
Accidentally.
And what happened?
I was getting a massage, and it was a male masseuse, and he kept massage. That doesn't even matter, by the way. I just know that it was a man for descriptive elements. And he massaged my inner thighs so much, all of a sudden I had an orgasm.
And did
He did not know.
Did he know what he was doing?
No.
Why was he going so much in the inner thighs?
And maybe he did know. I don't know. He certainly didn't say I'm about to massage very close to.
And you think he didn't have a clue?
I know he didn't have a clue.
You weren't. There was no expression of the
I
orgasm.
was like really trying to maintain all composure.
Wow. Silent O.
I had a silent O.
Wow.
That's the name of this episode.
Silent O. All right, I'll write it down. Silent O. No one in the right
I'm sure
mind.
no one's had a silent O but me.
Yeah, but also who's gonna Google that one? Silent O. All right. How about the question of would it count as cheating for you?
How are you supposed to stop yourself if you're already there?
I'm not talking about the silent O's.
Oh,
I'm
what?
talking about consciously having a happy ending.
Is that cheating?
Yeah.
If you're monogamous, like if your father had gone out
Yeah.
and
Say D's.
or D's, either one. I
Yeah.
was thinking, who gets more massages? D's would go out and if he suggested or if someone suggested to him that they wanted to give him a happy ending, I mean, I would say, I would say that if he knew ahead of time, that would be more considered cheating. But if he didn't know and just all of a sudden, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think yeah, I wouldn't like it if my partner went and got a heavy-ending massage, and I wouldn't feel comfortable. I would think that's cheating if that was what our relational situation was,
Yeah, I just know there's a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode about that too.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a common question and concern, and we got probably more responses on this one than we've had in a long time.
We did. Well, let's play the first audio message that we got about in response to this. What are your thoughts on happy ending massages? Have you ever gotten one? Would you get one, and would it count as cheating for you? Here we go from Tyler.
We're about to hear a compelling story.
Okay, so I was going to a massage parlor. It's a normal place that I go very regularly. I shouldn't say very regularly. I've been there maybe 5 times. Inside each room, there are signs that say professional massage only, no special service. So I go there. It's just a normal massage. I had worked a lot. And the beginning of the massage felt maybe a little different than the other ones. Not that it was so outwardly touchy, but like getting a little closer to more sensitive areas. And then I flipped on my back like 40 minutes in, and she asked if she could massage my groins. And I said, sure, like that's relatively normal for a massage. And then
were you naked?
Yeah, which I normally am when I get massaged there, and it's still always very above board. And then next thing I know, she just proceeds with a happy ending. There's no discussion of extra payment. It's just, I think because she wanted to. And once it was done, I still had like 10 minutes left of the massage, and it's a Thai massage place. So she started doing like the stretching part of it and is asking me like what I'm up to the rest of the weekend. And it felt a little interesting to have personal discussion after the events that occurred. But I asked, when I went to go check out, I asked, how much the massage was. It was the normal price. Left her a tip as I would any normal massage, and that was that.
No.
Nice.
Wait, just a regular tip, not a little special tip?
No special tip, just normal.
This is what I didn't understand. I can't believe you didn't give the extra tip.
Yeah, right.
Are you nuts? It's assumed. Yeah. Should we keep playing the rest of it?
Yeah, keep going.
There was no discussion of it. It was like it never happened, but it happened.
You don't think it was like one of those things where people, on trains, they put down like a free thing or there's something to give you, and then they expect you to tip in response to getting that free thing.
Like if so, I know what you're talking like a tourist,
like a mixtape, yeah,
or if you're a tourist and like they hand you flowers on a boardwalk,
yes, exactly.
And then you're like, oh, thanks for the flowers, and they say, okay, now more money.
Yes,
it could have been. I just decided not to play into it.
Did you ever go back?
I have not been back since. I'm not opposed to going back. It's a place I go regularly to get massages.
Will you request the same masseuse?
Unlikely. I've never requested a masseuse there. It just happened to be the person who gave me. I'm not sure that this person has ever massaged me. They also may have. I've never taken notice to the people massaging.
Okay, thank you for that story.
My pleasure.
Okay. I can't believe this story. I mean,
you're more concerned about the tip.
Yes, of course.
Why is the tip?
Because it's a transaction.
Oh my God!
In this situation, it's a transaction. Unless I don't think it was her trying to pick him up.
But
or her desire. I think it was her pleasure.
No, I do not think
she wasn't doing this just for her pleasure. What was she doing it for?
Money.
But he didn't give her any money.
He gave her his regular tip.
Yeah, but that's not enough. It wasn't a regular massage.
I mean, it's kind of sneaky of her.
That's what I'm saying. There's not enough discussion around this shit. There's too much ambiguity. I would have X out of all of it.
So if she started doing that to you, what would you do?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
But wouldn't you want her to? I mean, if you're not in a relationship and... It wouldn't be
I
unethical.
would get so in my fucking head about this thing. I think I would maybe now, if I really got a sense that they're okay with it, that they don't feel pressured into this, that they're not in dire straits, I might even have that conversation with them. I might even ask.
You're gonna ask?
What
are you gonna ask?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh no.
Yeah, how do you enjoy this? Is this? Are you really hurting right? I don't know.
Oh,
how the
my
fuck to
God.
ask this. I don't know. The whole thing would have stressed me out.
I could see that.
Oh my god. All right. What should we? Do you want
Let-
more to say? Should we bring on the next
I
person?
just found the way he told the story so funny.
He's amazing.
It's just a funny story. And a lot of people have the same stories that it's just so, I guess it's not really clearly defined. Now, if you go to Thailand or one of these places that it's very common,
Yeah.
I think you know what you're doing and they know what you're doing and it's assumed.
Yeah.
I've seen it also where they put those signs up, no, touching of anything.
Yeah.
And they still probably would.
He said that happened in that place. That it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Here's Megan.
I have not gotten one. I say if both people are consenting adults, then I am supportive. I do think it would count as cheating. If my husband got one without my consent, I would be unpleased. But honestly, HJs are the worst.
HJs.
Why are they the worst?
The HJs get a lot of flack.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's the most underrated sexual activity that you can be doing. HJs can be great with a little Uber lube.
Uber lube
To
to
save
save
the
the day.
day.
It's just my favorite lube.
You gotta have Uber lube. If you don't have Uber lube, you're not gonna have a good HJ.
It is great
What do you
for
have? A fucking
HJs.
raw HJ?
Oh.
It's not gonna be good.
No, but Uber lube in particular is not thick and gooey and
No,
doesn't smell and it's got
It's
doesn't
the-
have any taste.
it's the
and
best.
It's our favorite. But anyway,
So Megan, maybe the answer is Uber lube, but also I like that she says she's both people are consenting adults, then I'm supportive.
Yeah.
But this is the question.
how do you know?
How do you know if they're truly consenting, That's the question. I don't know. Maybe do you take them at their word?
I don't know, but I was reading a lot of these stories. I was getting horny listening to these stories.
Sneaky freaks, if you have an answer to this, please weigh in. Let us know. How do you know if do you just take them at their word or do you try to adopt a more, paternalistic approach where you try to look out for them more than they're looking out for themselves?
So
Give us a text, 310-356.
3920. So in my case,
Yeah.
where the guy didn't even realize that I had a little silent O,
Yeah.
is that taking advantage of the guy?
No. That's an accident. It's a happy accident.
A happy accident. I like that too. Maybe
it
we should
wasn't-
name it the happy accident.
It wasn't an ending. It was in the middle. All right. Here's Greg.
Hey there. Long-time listener, but I thought I'd respond to this topic on happy ending massages. I actually really love happy ending massages. I've gotten quite a few of them in my life. And to answer your question about is it cheating or not, I believe it's depending on each relationship, agreement is whether or not it is. For some people, it would be stepping outside the bounds of their monogamous relationship, and yes, it's a hand job, so it's sex. And others have monogamish relationships. For myself, it was a great opening point for our relationship. My wife and I have an open relationship at this point. We've been married 20 years, and it was a starting point of exploring that felt non-threatening. So it was a great way for me to explore that. So, yeah, it's a little bit interesting because technically it's not a legal thing in most states, but it's actually fairly easy to get them if you know where to go. So actually on my way to get one today because it's my birthday. Haha.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I like that he goes, ha at the end. He brings up some good points here.
Yeah.
So the first point I wanted to that he just assumed that a happy ending massage is a jerk off.
Yeah.
It's not, but you will hear some people,
It's the whole sexual encounter.
It's sometimes involving the mouth.
Sometimes it's actual intercourse.
Sucking and fucking and all sorts of shit, So I do wonder if the happy ending massage, I think it's assumed it usually is just hand job though.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing he mentions, which I really like, is that it was an opening to start
Yeah.
their open relationship. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's a very safe way to start experimenting with open relationships. I love that.
So you think that if you've been in a relationship for like him for 20 years, that you would open up your relationship first by going to a rub-and-tug?
If I wanted to open up the relationship and see what that's like, I think I might, yeah.
Interesting.
But I think I still would have to get over but I do think that might be the easiest way to go about doing that type of opening, just because it is very transactional, you're not expecting it to be a long-term thing.
Right. And if you go to different people, it's different.
Yeah.
Right? You're not going to the same
Right,
person.
right.
You're not going to
I
fall in
guess
love
you
with the
could.
person.
You could.
So that's another issue. If you go to the same one over and over, is that more cheating
Exactly.
than if you got to different ones each time?
But I think a lot of people are on this agreement that if it goes against your relational contract,
Right.
then it's cheating. And everyone's got a different relational contract. Here's KK.
What a fun question. I would love to get one. I have never been offered one outside of a sexual partnership. I wouldn't consider it cheating as long as my hubby was comfortable with it. I would be totally fine with him getting one if he checked with me about it and didn't sneak.
Yeah, sneaking is key.
I think it also can become very addicting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like it can be easier to say, hey, D's go off, get your rub-and-tug and come back later. And that both of them would be like, oh, I don't have to do any work. And he can go off and have some sort of exotic fantasy.
Is that a good idea?
I don't know. Probably not. I think there are all other things that come into play.
Like?
Jealousy, wasting your money on something that could be provided for free.
Well, it's not for free. Both people are investing emotionally in their time and everything. I don't know. It could make sense. It's interesting. I like that KK is as on board for this. I kind of assumed the women were not going to be as into this as the men were going to be.
But we're finding out everyone's
got a different boat that they're floating in.
I never realized what a deep question this was.
How about Mr. Bean weighing in?
Yeah, Mr.
Here we
Bean.
go. We haven't heard from Mr. Bean in a while. What does he got to say?
A happy ending massage. Oh, definitely. Hands down, the best experience ever. Would it be cheating? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not, whether it's my hand, her hand, or anyone's hand there. The depressing part would be is that, paying her at the end. But other than that, hell yeah, let's do it.
What is he saying? My hand, her hand. What is it?
I don't know.
What a clown. Mr. Bean has always been the clown of the show.
He is the clown.
I love Mr. Bean so much. Why is he saying it's depressing to pay her?
I mean,
foregoing the money? Is it giving up money, or is it about the fact that she didn't really want to do this because I have to pay her?
Well, that's kind of what you were saying.
Yeah. I'm fine paying. I actually am fine if the person is excited to make money doing it. I'd be fine with it actually. But I don't know if they're doing it because they just need money badly.
Yes.
That's usually it, right?
I would imagine.
And so then gives me mixed feelings. On the other hand, you could say, well, they need money badly. This is the way they can make money.
Or on the other hand, you could say, just give them the money without having any extra.
To just donate to the cause. That's a very hard question, I think. How about this is a fantastic response that I was not expecting.
Okay.
This is from, we'll call her B. She is a therapist, a massage therapist herself.
Oh, interesting.
Here we go.
I love them. They are one of my favorite porns to watch. I think this happened after Cam said something about this genre so many years ago. I have gotten them a few times and think they are a nice way to end a relaxing session, as long as I feel comfortable with the massage therapist doing it. If I do get a full body massage, most of the time, once the therapist has left for me to get dressed post-service, I masturbate for extra relief. I'm also a massage therapist, and though it is not legal in my state, hence why I'm not doing a voice memo, I've had a few trusted clients that have gotten to that point. I will finish their massage with happy endings or tease them through the massage to a bigger climax at the end. It's great for tips, and it's helpful with the relaxation. I also love helping people feel good in many different ways. I'm all for it and think it should be legalized in every state for consenting adults and client therapists.
Is that amazing?
I think that says a lot about the person's view on sex and love.
Yes. Yeah. And I also think if I heard B say this to me, if B were my therapist, my massage therapist, and I said, and she told me this, I would feel comfortable.
If she's a sexologist by trade.
She's not a sexologist. She's a massage therapist.
Massage therapist.
Yeah.
But it's just, if she was a sexologist, you'd be even more inclined to have it.
Yes, that's true. But B is not a sexologist. But if you can have that conversation where she's telling you, you know, I think this is a great way to get you relaxed, and you know, it's a good way for me to make money. Then and I believe that this should be legal, and I'm happy to do it. I feel very, very comfortable in this situation. Unbelievable! I couldn't believe one of our sneaky freaks had this experience and perspective. Thank you for sharing, B. Should we hear from Pete?
Yep.
Hi, Cam. Hi, Karen. Love your show. Fantastic. To answer your question, I didn't necessarily get a happy ending massage, but I went to a place that offered it my first time in Barcelona. Let me explain. I have a friend that wanted to go and get a massage, but he failed to tell me that it was one of those happy ending places. Prior to this, I had gotten sick on my flight from Italy, because I was living there for a while, to Barcelona. And let's just say it was something coming out of me in the rear, and it wasn't very good. It was like constant, like every hour.
Wait.
Pretty much the shits.
He had vomiting and diarrhea? Is that what he said?
He had the shits. He had the shits going into a happy ending massage that he didn't even know he was getting.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
I walk into this room with a woman that speaks Chinese and Spanish, both of which I do not speak.
Oh no.
As I'm standing there, I strip down to my underwear, as I understand, or thought it was supposed to be. Then the girl looks at me, looks at my underwear, and just rips them down on me. So now I'm standing there butt naked in front of this woman that I can't even talk to. So the entire time I'm sitting there, or, you know, laying there on the table, you know, she's asking, Bene? And it was the worst massage I've ever had in my life. Let me tell you that. She wasn't really putting enough effort into it. She was just kind of like rubbing. I hated it. But I just kept saying, si, bene. You know, I just wanted it to be done. And then she had, you know, she was
Bane means
doing her
did
thing.
you? It means I washed, like I took a shower. It's weird.
No, I think it's Ben name, but he didn't come.
Ben.
She wanted him to come.
Oh,
You,
look at you.
a little Spanish whiz over here.
I didn't realize that that's what he was meaning by come. That is fucking hilarious.
He probably was like a wet noodle because he was so feeling dehydrated from all the vomiting and shitting that he had done.
This is fucking hilarious. Oh my God. I completely misinterpreted. The whole time I'm thinking, she's telling him he's got to go shower. He's got shit in his ass.
No.
You're saying come.
Come.
Wait, so why is he telling us about the shit in his ass?
I think he wasn't feeling good when he walked in there to begin with.
You shouldn't get a massage if you're about to shit yourself.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what went on. I still don't know if he even came.
Well, I'll summarize. Saying he did not. He did not.
Okay.
He didn't. He said, "No, I don't want. I'd rather not have the happy ending."
Okay.
And then his friend walked out half hour later. So, okay, that's an aborted happy ending that went awry.
Right.
How about this one for a successful one? You want to hear this one?
Oh yeah.
This is from, we'll call him James.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I have enjoyed one. Always wanted to experience a rub-and-tug, so when the opportunity arose, I took to it like today was going to be my last day alive. I was on vacation, strolling down the city streets, always on the lookout for random and strange little shops to peruse through at my leisure. Not fully paying much attention to the signs, but when Kekski Ses X massage burns itself onto your retina, the mind suddenly becomes alert. Oh, what? Where? After trudging up 5 flights of stairs and doubting this place actually existed after the second floor, I finally found it. Cute place with elaborately decorated rooms reminiscent of Beetlejuice. Strange indeed. After getting the rundown of rules, behavior expectations, and costs to the house and girl, 5 very beautiful women presented before me, all equally lovely, but I decided on a small busted lady simply due to I have never been with a lady of her form, and a decision must be made. Oiled hands glide smoothly and expertly across my body, as promised, creating quite the relaxing sensation. Now, I'm a bit unusual physically when it comes to my erections. Not big, not long or girthy, just blingy. Average with a Prince Albert, which gets far more attention than it should. The rub became a lick, a flick of the tongue, a gulp of the mouth, and a gargle of the throat. I was her first blingy of the dingy, and she was not going to let it slip away. All in all, I did get an excellent deal for services, so perhaps my experience is a bit favorable and unlikely to be replicated for another. At the time, I was not attached, but now I am married, and yes, it's cheating.
What did he say? The first something or other of the day? What was that?
It was her first time with someone with a Prince Albert.
The Prince Albert is
The penis ring.
yes.
The earring.
So she was all excited about this.
Yes, and apparently it led to a whole gulping and gargling.
Yeah, I gotta say. So obviously there was oral sex involved.
Oh, yeah.
But he
Look at the
is
tongue.
he can write for exotic
I think
romance novels or
James,
something.
we're gonna make a collab over here. I have an idea for you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get in touch with
What,
you.
wait, were you leaving me out?
No. I had the exact same idea for this.
So what do you mean you are going to do this?
Yeah, because James
No,
and
you're
I are
not
about
leaving me out.
James and I have a little business
James,
plan.
You
right
and
now.
I are going to have a business plan of our own then.
James, thank you for sharing that wonderful story.
Just a brilliant storyteller.
Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And that is hilarious that he talks about it burning itself into his retina.
It's wild.
Unbelievable. That sounds like a pleasant experience.
So that one is okay with you because she was gargling and all that?
I don't know. I don't know. The gargling is such a visual.
What is she gargling? Cum?
Yes, his dick is cum.
All right. Anyway, next.
Lisa.
Nope, never. Yes, I consider it cheating, and ethically, I think there is too much of a risk that your happy ending may be coming from someone who is trafficked.
See? This is it.
That's what we're talking about.
I know. This is the concern. Lisa, I'm with you. Or do you feel that way too?
No.
You're fine with it?
I mean, because I have never been to a place that I considered, like
that you feel like someone would have been trafficked there to
yeah,
to
I
do
never
this?
I mean places I go to like Thai massages or whatever, I never think of them as doing anything untoward.
Let's see.
But
Maybe
I do remember when I was in Vegas or someplace, and I took my towel off, and the masseuse went off on me.
yeah, we talked about that.
How she can get in trouble legally.
Yeah, you stepped into their boundaries.
I know.
Why don't we end this segment with? I mean, we have a few more. Do you
Okay.
still want to keep going?
Yeah,
or
let's
do you-
keep going. These are too good to pass up.
All right. So this is from Sean.
Admittedly, I always have wanted one. I do think it's cheating, and I think the client asking for one is very wrong. But I don't know how anyone gets a massage without a boner.
That is interesting. That the client asking for one is inappropriate.
Right, but if the masseuse says to you, "Would you like one?"
Yes, very interesting. What do you think if I were in this situation? You think you would support me in doing this?
Yeah.
You say just go for it?
Yeah.
And then how much you tip?
Mr. Cheapwad, I don't know. What are you thinking?
Mr. Cheapwad.
Well, why would you ask how much I tip?
How much you tip? That seems like a very expensive act.
How much would I tip? Well, it depends on how much the
The
massage
massage is
is.
$70.
So you want to definitely, if you didn't have any happy ending,
You would have given
20%.
Okay, so you're probably giving $90 before the end of the massage, before the happy ending.
Okay, and then the happy ending itself, and I think you got to throw in another 50.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
So what are you up to?
140.
140.
For what? You just in a I don't know if that's worth it for me. I would just come immediately.
That's what I was thinking.
Fastest waste of $50.
You walk in there, you come within 15 seconds.
Not a fun thing. All right, here's Eve.
I feel like if both partners discussed it and are okay with it, I don't think it is cheating. I would very much like to have a happy ending massage. I just don't know where to find someone reputable. I mean, if someone watches porn and masturbates, keeping it a secret from their partner, that would be more of a cheating issue for me.
Stop.
I'd rather he text.
Why? Watching porn is cheating?
And not telling her?
Why?
Apparently.
Why?
I guess that's where their relational contract lies.
I'd rather he text me at work to let me know what he is watching and doing at the moment than find used tissues laying around when I come home from work. Maybe I should text him now.
Oy.
What difference does it make if he's whacking off when she's not around?
For me, I wouldn't make a big deal.
Me neither.
Yeah, but especially it's not a connection when it's just like
Enough with the connections.
That is a very key part.
Why
of this
does
whole
everything
thing.
have to be a connection?
If you're just jerking off to a video of a stranger, that's not a strong connection.
What do you need strong connections for all the time?
I'm just saying that I wouldn't find that as much cheating as if you had someone on that you're constantly video fucking or something like that.
So you think that's cheating? More
That
so
would
than
be
going
more so
to
than watching porn.
what? Wait. Oh, you mean like Chatterbox or whatever those called?
Chatterbait? Yeah, Chatterbox.
I'm just talking about regular porn.
Yeah, I don't think for me it wouldn't be, but it depends on the person.
Okay, and the relationship.
That's right. Here's JT.
Y'all know my thoughts and opinions on this subject by now. Everyone should get one, and it should be covered under healthcare.
Oh,
It'll make the world a better place.
You might have a point.
That is adorable. I wonder if Medicare covers it.
Yeah, I bet that the Trump administration probably would be down for this type of.
Oh my God, for sure.
Sandy, here we go.
Hey guys, I don't really have any strong opinions on happy endings. I have never gotten a happy ending at any massage I've gone to. I don't think I'd ever really want one. When I get a massage, I'm almost asleep by the end, so I'm in that type of relaxed mood. Not the sexual relaxed mood. I would definitely count it as cheating, as me and my partner have that agreement in our relationship.
Well, I hope all the people that want happy endings can find an ethical, consensual happy ending, and those who find it as cheating can continue avoiding it. How about that?
It's so nice of you.
I mean, I think that wraps
You
up.
just summed it up.
I feel like we've dived deep into this topic.
I think so too, and it brought up a lot of conversations about cheating that I didn't really think was going to occur.
Yeah. So thank you all. And
Thank you.
If you want to participate in this conversation, any future conversation, please text us at 310-356-3920. And a big thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon, patreon.com/Sex Talk with My Mom. That's where you can go if you want to support us financially. It allows us to record in this beautiful studio. A big thank you to you, podcaster, for providing the beautiful studio.
And you may even see pictures of Cam and myself when we were much younger.
On Patreon?
Oh, yeah.
Well, do you want to sing them out, Mother?
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and having a little happy ending.
Okay. Love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.